We are ready to go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Soul Advantage: how to attract clients and increase your income with purpose and confidence. I'd like to welcome you all here. And who here is ready to stop second guessing yourself and to start coming from your soul and your intuition? Raise your hand if you're ready. All right. Yay. I see you are ready. Cool. And are you ready to start a thriving, soul aligned business? Raise your hand if you're ready. All right. Yay. Welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. What I'd love to find out is if you could just type in the chat what, if you're a coach or a nurse or a therapist or some other type of practitioner, and that helps me to be able to help you and support you. So just type in the chat. I'd love to see what brings you here. Okay, I'm a holistic dog behaviorist and nutritionist. Thank you, Maria. Very cool. Love it. And Tara says, holistic beauty wellness rep. Welcome. Love it. Marissa, AI and sales consultant and executive coach. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So glad you are all here. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to be talking about the three C's. And it's three C's of my 5C framework. And let's start the slides. So, if you are here for the Soul Advantage, how to attract clients and increase your income with purpose and confidence, you're in the right place. Okay. You can go to the next slide. So, I really want to invite all of you to have beginner's mind. And even if you've heard some of these concepts, whether they're new or something that you've heard before or you've heard them a lot, be open to possibilities and insights today that may awaken new realizations for you. So I really invite you to have beginner's mind. And you can go to the third slide. So today's intention is you'll discover how the Soul Advantage with the three C's framework will lead to and help you to understand how to have confidence so that you can release the self-doubt and really shine with the confidence of your soul, and how to have clarity with these soul-led decisions and to show up in a consistent way so that you're coming and shining your soul's light. Because what I want you all to know is that every single one of you is here to serve. You have an important mission and a soul purpose, and you have been called. You have been called here, and you are being called to serve and make a difference on this planet. So welcome. And you could stop the slides for a moment. I want to share a little bit about my journey and where I've been and how I've come to where I am. So first, I am so grateful to have the life that I have now. After being a therapist for 30 years, a licensed clinical social worker, a certified hypnotherapist, certified intuitive energy coach, and now a certified business coach and consultant, I've had the privilege of serving thousands of people through the years. I've been a business owner for over 20 years, and I'm so grateful for my intuitive abilities. I love the clients that I work with, and I'm so grateful that I get to work with them, combining my counseling, my coaching, and my intuitive abilities to help transform their lives and their businesses. But it wasn't always this way. There was a time where I had a full holistic psychotherapy practice. And what was happening was I had a level of satisfaction because I was having a full practice. But after one of my clients really triggered me, I had to set a lot of boundaries with him. I felt so much ang- anger, anxiety, frustration, and I felt done. I felt done with being a therapist, and I could feel my soul was calling me to for more, to do something. Put a yes in the chat if you can relate to any of that, where you've had somebody in your life, whether it was a client or a loved one, who's triggered you and really has brought you, because of that trigger, it could have brought you to new levels, or you started doing more soul searching. And that was what was happening for me. It was like it really brought me into this place of soul searching. And then one day, it was this beautiful sunny day, and the sun was streaming through the clouds. And I was sitting on my couch, and I was feeling the depths of my anxiety and my frustration. I had so many feelings coming up, and I began to cry and cry. And I'm wondering what was next. And then I started to do my Sunday meditation. It was a Sunday, and I knew that I needed to find a place within myself of understanding, of a place where I could know what was next for me. And so what happened was I was in the meditation. And I also knew that I was asking my soul, what was next? What was next for me and for my new path, the new level of my path? And put a yes in the chat if you've had that place where maybe that's what you're feeling right now, where you're feeling that you're being called to something new. And I had the realization, the aha moment in that Sunday meditation, that I could not continue the way that I was. And so I made the decision to stop taking counseling clients and move towards coaching. And I said, I knew that I needed to honor myself and say yes. Yes to myself, yes to my soul. And I followed my guidance and to pursue this path. And then what happened was, after I did the clearing, and I've done a lot of clearing, and I'm going to talk more about that as we go on. I was able, because what happens when you clear more of the old energies and you clear a lot of the feelings that may be interfering with what your soul is trying to tell you, you can make a deeper connection with your soul. And what I found was that there was this confidence within me that was stirring up. And it wasn't the confidence because I was going into new territory, but it was a confidence that was coming deep within me from that place of soul. That I knew that because I was following my intuition and my soul's path, that I was doing what I needed to do. And I had the confidence and the clarity to be able to do that. And then what started happening was I knew that I needed help and support in order to have the consistency that I knew that I needed as a coach and moving to this new level. I needed I needed mentors, and I found a mentor, and I said yes to my mentor. I said yes to my soul, and I am so grateful that I did, because since I said yes, I found again this new confidence welling within me. I continue to work through the fears because as a business owner and as a in your own business and in your own work, you're going to need to keep working through the fears. And you're going to need to keep clearing the energies, clearing the limiting of beliefs and emotions, and continuing to take the steps to grow your business. So put a yes in the chat if you can relate to that. And I am committed to help you if you're looking to grow your business, committed to if you're just starting your business, or if you want to take your business to new levels and you're a professional who wants to add to the practice that you already have. And I'm here to help you to transform your life and your business. So put a yes in the chat. All right, we got all these yeses. So I really want you all to know that you are here for a reason, not only tonight, but in this world, in this life. So, congratulations for answering your soul's calling. And thank you for being here. You can put the slides up. All right, you go to the next slide. So just what and I've been through a lot of transformations in my life. And I have worked with thousands of people to help empower and inspire them. So want you to know that when you have that soul calling, you too can inspire and empower those you're meant to. And you can go to the next slide. And these are just some of the stations that I appear on. Okay, go to the next slide. So, what I want to share with you is we have three minds. This is my psychology 101. That's really important for us to move into understanding the three C's framework. Now, the three C's are part of the Soul Advantage 5C framework, but tonight going to touch upon two and really cover the other three that I talked about before: confidence, clarity, and consistency. So, your conscious mind is that part of you that brought you here that makes those empowering conscious decisions. So, thank you, conscious mind of yours. So, excuse me. So, whether you're here live or you're watching the recording, and if could you mute, please make sure everybody's muted. So, definitely, your conscious mind is a very important part of your soul and helping your soul to bring forth what you're here to do. Now, your subconscious mind is that part of you. And we're going to talk more about your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind, where there's sabotaging behaviors, where there's places within you where there may be trauma or limiting beliefs or emotions that may be stuck that need to be healed and cleared, that's your subconscious mind, which you'll see also includes your this lifetime, your ancestors, and past lives. I'm all about the whole soul, and the whole soul are all of those aspects of you in this incarnation. And your superconscious mind is that part of you that I call your higher self, wise, unconditionally part, and your soul. So you can go to the next slide. Now, as I said before, the subconscious mind includes every moment that you have been alive, from the moment you were conceived to present time. And it records everything. It is your program. So it has all your resources, but it also has all those limiting beliefs and emotions that may stop you from creating your goals and your vision. And you can go to the next slide. And I'd like all of you, I always like to do this fun fact. The subconscious mind, how much of your time, because it includes your behaviors, your thoughts, and your emotions. So during the course of a typical day, how much of your subconscious is ruling the show? Is it 25%, 50%, 75%, or 95%? Put in the chat what you think the percentage is of how much we have 75%. Who else would we have 95%? We have 85%. Okay, and we have 75%. And okay, drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. I'm not great at the drum roll, but you get what I'm talking about. The answer is 95%. Your subconscious mind, yes, that's right. 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are unconscious. And that is why you need to get conscious of what is in your unconscious mind. You can go to the next slide. So, your superconscious mind, again, is your higher self, that higher, wise, loving part of you. And all of you have a higher self. And some of the clients that I've worked with in my 5-step program, they can see their higher self. Sometimes it appears like a being of light. Sometimes it appears like an angel. Sometimes it appears as a wise or young woman or man. Or sometimes it even appears as an animal. So your higher self can come to you. And in the program that I have, we work with your higher self because that's an important part of you making that deeper connection to help you move into the 3 C's framework that we're going to be talking more about tonight. And then you have your soul. And the way that I define your soul is this energy essence of who you are, the light and the love. And your superconscious mind also includes the universe, God, higher power, angels, guides, all of the energies that are beyond your conscious, and your subconscious and superconscious interconnect. All three interconnect, but I like to separate it all out so that you understand more about it. Okay, so you can go to the next slide. So, as I said, your soul is this core energy essence of who you are, and it includes all the gifts that you have, all the gifts that you have from this lifetime and all your lifetimes. And learning to understand and retrieve and bring those gifts into this lifetime is part of what you're here to do. And it also includes all the characteristics that you need for your life purpose and mission in this lifetime. So, I'd like to stop the slides for a second. And does anybody want to share perhaps their gifts or a gift in the chat? Why don't you write down one of the gifts that you feel you have? And what I'd like you all to do right now is take a breath, put your feet on the floor, and breathe. And what I want you to do is in your breath is connect with your heart and breathe and connect with your heart. And connect with, instead of putting the gift, what I want to support you is see if you can tap into your something that your soul is calling you to do. So if you can tap into a vision, a goal that your soul, now some of you may have inklings of it, some of you may be really clear. And even when we're clear, it ends up unfolding along the journey. Because as you continue to keep clearing and healing and connecting, you start connecting more deeply to that purpose and mission. And you keep what the most important thing is, even if you don't have a clear vision, that you take the next step. It's always about taking the next step. So, and Maria says, I believe I was put here to help people understand the animals in a much deeper, soul-driven way to find harmony together. That is so beautiful, Maria. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Yeah, so really, and I really want to say that so Maria can feel that she knows that she has a higher purpose, something that she's here to bring forth into the world. And Marissa says, I can read people feel their energy very deeply. So, Marissa, you have that ability to tune in on those deeper levels. And you know that that is going to be an important part of the work that you're here to do. Because again, remember, all your gifts are here to help you in your life purpose to do what you've come here to do. Thank you for sharing. And even if you haven't put it in the chat, if you'd like to, you're welcome, put it on a piece of paper. Just see if there's something that you feel within your own being that's calling you, that you know that you're here to do. So you can go to the next slide. So what is the soul advantage? The soul advantage is a combination of mindset, strategy, and structure. And when you bring those three aspects together, then you can discover more. You can move forward in the work that you're here to do. And I will tell you, the mindset is at the top of the triangle because you could have all the strategy and all the structure, but if you do not work on your mindset, you will not be able to move forward. And if any of you, and I know this from my own work, my own personal work. How many of you can relate to put a yes in the chat where you felt like maybe you're paralyzed? Believe me, I felt it. Where you know that you're meant to move forward, but you feel like, oh my God, I don't know how. Either you don't know how, or you are so filled with fear, or you're not sure, or there's a frustration. I mean, it could be a combination. And so that's why it's so important to have mentors. I knew frustration. Okay, yes. Thank you. Yes, we got the yeses and the frustration. And Arissa says, I was completely stuck earlier this year and have transformed over the last 7 months. Congratulations. Congratulations, Marissa. That's huge. And that's why learning and healing and clearing and also understanding, getting the mindset clear, your mindset, your strategy, your structure, all of that brings together the soul advantage. Your soul advantage is the combination. Your soul needs all of that in order for you to do what you've come here to do, your life purpose, your mission. Maria says, insecurity of whether people relate to what I'm doing or if it will feel too woo woo for the average person. And so, thank you for sharing that, Maria. And what I want to remind all of you is that when you have the strategy and there's still the mindset clearing the other things that are underneath. But when you have the strategy and the structure, like knowing who your ideal client is, you're not, none of us are going to appeal to everyone. I know what it's like to feel woo woo because I could be very woo woo. So I get that, Maria. I totally get that. And and what I really want to support you in remembering is that your ideal client is meant for you, and there are souls there that are waiting for you. And you are not too woo woo. None of you are too woo woo or too holistic or too whatever, because you have people that are here waiting for you to say yes to you. Okay, you can go to the next slide. So, why most holistic entrepreneurs stay stuck? So, if you have ever had the time where you've been overthinking, doubting your intuition, or you have other self sabotaging behaviors, you're feeling, perhaps maybe feeling invisible or not good enough or disconnected from who you really are, your soul. Or maybe you're doing too much without clear direction and you don't have that clear target market or the clear messaging for marketing. And that's huge because what happens is and this is part of the strategy that I work with in my 5-step soul advantage system, is helping you get that strategy and the structure so that you can get really clear on that target market and also clear on your messaging, because that's going to make a difference in you moving forward. And if you're not sure how to move forward confidently or how to put a program together that includes all your gifts, because your gifts are here for you to serve, and it's bringing all your gifts together in a program that will change the souls, the lives of those souls you're meant to work with. And that's part of what I do in my in my program, is helping you to create a program that will transform the people you're meant to work with. And the lacking structure of a consistent income, like one-to-one coaching or one-to-many, and with a strong soul-aligned program, you're able to attract high-ticket clients rather than do individual sessions. So what happens with many holistic practitioners or many people, you end up trying to do one session at a time. And what we do in the Soul Advantage program is we help you to find that program and bring it all together so that you can attract your high ticket clients. That's what it's about. You can go to the next slide. So, so I'd like you to take a look at this slide and breathe. Everybody breathe, because I want you to know you're not alone. All of us, okay? I have had and still, okay, I haven't cleared it all, but I've been doing the work to clear it. And sabotage shows up for all of us. But it's not that it's gonna not show up. It's about, what are you gonna do with it? How are you going to clear it? So then we have a question. So go to the next slide, Allie. And this question is, a way I sabotage my success is, and if you would be willing to put it into the chat. And again, I want you to know, and you can go to the list, who would be willing to put in a way you sabotage your success is. And what I'd like to do is actually, let's stop the recording for a moment. So, what I want you all to remember is that whatever your challenges are, that that's part of what you're here to work through, your soul lessons, and know whether it's setting boundaries or being unorganized or feeling like you have to be perfect or procrastinating. Actually, this was really interesting. I was on my TV show, my listeners wanted self-sabotaging behaviors in a list. And I did the top 10, and the top self-sabotaging behavior is procrastination. So if you're a procrastinator, you are not alone. Okay. And yeah, Maria says, knowing my real worth, not letting others dictate it. You got it. You got it. So true. So true. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you. Okay, so Allie, you can start the slides. So once you learn the cause, now what happens is, in my work, what I use a variety of techniques and modalities, like hypnosis and somatic work, body-centered work. And when you know the cause, then you can work on clearing the energies and making a deeper connection to your higher self and soul. But here's the thing. Very often, we may know a piece of the cause, but we may not know the whole cause. Because again, I'm reminding you that the cause may be from memories, repressed memories from this lifetime. It may be from another lifetime, or it may be from your ancestors. And when I've worked with clients through the years, that like we both get amazed at what happens and what can come up during a session. And the object is being able to clear those energies so that you can make that deeper connection. Because again, the connection is so powerful because you can go to the next slide. The three C's framework, when you have the soul advantage, you've unlocked the three C's that we're going to talk about today, which is the confidence, the consistency. Well, actually, the confidence, the clarity, and the consistency. And when you've connected more deeply with your soul, you can go to the next slide. You can feel the energy of your confidence. It's learning to trust your gifts. Your confidence is the embodied trust. Your confidence is your soul shining through. And it's allowing yourself to really clear and release the self-doubt, the fear of being visible, and any other self-sabotaging behaviors, those you mentioned, and maybe those you may not even be aware of right now, because that can happen. When you are a spiritual entrepreneur, any entrepreneur, it is a journey. It's not a destination. And you're going to have stuff come up. You cannot not have stuff come up. It's just not possible. And it's your soul calling you to clear the issues that come up so that you can live your life purpose and your mission. And we have Teresa saying, right, yep. And this is about owning your worth, owning your unique gifts, because that's your soul shining through. And what happens when you start shining, owning your confidence, owning your worth, your unique gifts, you become magnetic and attract your ideal clients. That is the power of the confidence of your soul shining through. You can go to the next slide. And clarity. What happens with clarity is as you embody the confidence and as you tap into your unique gifts that you're here to bring, and you connect more deeply with your soul, you align your energy and your actions. And what happens is you start really being guided by your soul and you become soul led. Like for me, I really am very grateful because I do feel like I've been soul led. I started this journey since I was a kid and it's been an amazing journey, and I really believe my soul has led me through the challenges and obstacles and all the feelings. But what happens is you stop second guessing yourself. You start making those intuitive, aligned decisions, and you start moving forward with more ease and more flow. And when you're connected with your soul and you have that confidence and your clarity, you're able to really feel the energy of flow. Put a yes in the chat if you know what it's like to have that flow and how powerful it is to have the flow. And how many want to have the flow? Put a yes in the chat if you want to have the flow. and learn how to have the flow, because that's what this is about, is making that connection so that you feel more aligned to feel the flow. And then what happens, you can go to the next slide, is you start to show up as that soul, as your shining light essence of who you are. And I also want to say that having a mentor to guide you on the journey, I know that I would not be where I am if I did not have mentors that showed me the way, that guided me on the path of having that consistency, of bringing in the strategy and structure that I needed. And so you have the consistency, you show up with the purpose, and it equals aligned action, which you have the structure, the supports, the freedom. And here's the thing, consistently taking small aligned steps. When you consistently, you don't have to take big leaps. It's the baby steps that will still get you through the door or get you towards the goal. And you can still create that big impact that you know you're here to make. And what happens is you build up trust in yourself and in the others by your visibility and your momentum. And Maria says, I have it sometimes. I like to have it more often. Yes, that's what we all want. Yes, thank you. Okay, so you can go to the next slide. Now, so one of the things that I want to let you know is I am going to be sharing how you can take this work to the next levels. And I'm going to be offering a gift for you, a complimentary session. So the soul advantage in action is when you embody those 3 C's, that you will naturally attract your soul aligned clients. You will increase and grow consistent income, and you will create a business that lights you up. That's the power of the soul advantage in action. So, what I'd love to see is in the chat, what can everybody share? What's the big aha, or what's something, an insight, or an aha that you got today? What is something that you got aha? Who would like to share? What's an aha? You can stop the slides. Anybody want to put in the chat or share an aha that they got? Raise your hand. You can raise the mechanical hand or physical hand. Okay. Well, maybe it's about today. Yes, an aha that you got today. Thank you for asking that. So is there something during this webinar, this masterclass, that Not a good one. Okay, so what it sounds like is you became aware of perhaps something behavior that needs healing. And I really want you all to know that being aware of that behavior is the first step towards changing it. You cannot, you cannot change something that you're not aware of. So even though it may not be a good one, Teresa, the awareness is huge. So thank you for sharing that. And Audrey says, building confidence. Yay. Yay, Audrey, for building confidence. Anybody else? What you need to build. What do you need? Okay. So Maria says, I've been going through my own healing, standing in my truth, not second guessing myself, having confidence in who I am and what I do. Today is reminding me to stay on that journey. Beautiful, beautiful, excellent, great. All right, excellent. Okay, validation and affirmation, all part of what's needed. All right. Well, I really want to share with you Dee's story. And Dee is a, an RN, and she's a Reiki master and the owner of West Door Yoga. And when I first met Dee, she felt lost and unsupported. She wanted to grow her business in an authentic way, but didn't know how or what was next for her. She had trouble setting boundaries with her clients and her family, and she wasn't feeling confident in herself or her business. And I took her through my 5 step soul advantage system, and she built up her inner knowing, and she began to value herself in new ways and gained the courage and confidence to grow her business. She began saying no and setting limits and boundaries with her clients and her family. And as a result of our work together, she developed a program called Burnout is Real for professionals feeling burnt out. And she began enrolling clients and growing her business and practice in an authentic way. And now she keeps growing her business and practice. She opened her own yoga studio. And after only 6 months of opening her own yoga studio, won Best Yoga Studio of Long Island. And that is the power of what can happen when you own the soul advantage, your soul advantage. Your business will only grow as much as you're willing to grow. And if your personal growth, and here's the thing, whether you want to start your business or grow a business or add to your professional practice, if you're a licensed professional, your personal growth does not keep up, your practice or business will either flatline or go backwards. And that's where I come in with the Soul Advantage system. And you'll learn how to make confident decisions and take inspired action. You'll learn how to have consistent, sustainable results and powerful breakthroughs with a proven system, and how to tap into your intuition and make those soul led decisions and take soul led steps, whether they're big steps or small steps. There'll be soul led steps. And so, with my system, you'll learn not only the and clear and work through the mindset, but also you'll learn the strategy and structure. And you can create a more sustainable and consistent income every month. And I am committed to help as many of you coaches, therapists, mentors, you're all mentors, whatever you're here to do to grow yourself and make a bigger difference and serve those souls you're meant to serve in a soul aligned business. And so I've opened up a few slots, 30-minute business accelerator sessions. And during a business accelerator session, you will gain more clarity on your vision and goals. And we'll come up with an individualized business success plan. Whether you're just starting a business or you want to take your business or practice to another level, you'll gain the awareness of the number one block that would keep you from fulfilling this plan. And you'll learn the next step that you need to move forward so that you can manifest the vision you're meant to. And if it's a fit, I'll share the program that I feel would work best for you. And so, Allie, please put in the chat the Business Accelerator link. And everybody, yes. So there's the link to the Business Accelerator. And definitely, I want to support all of you in having that complimentary session so that we can connect more and talk about where you are and what you need in order to transform your life and your business. So we can go to the next slides. I'll want to continue and complete. And just to let you know, I'm going to go over a little bit over 8 o'clock because I want to complete the information so that you have what you need in order to understand the 3 C's framework. You can go to the next slide. So bringing it all together is really about clearing the energy, having that mindset, the strategy, the structure that you need to have that soul aligned business. And when you bring that all together, that transforms not only your life. What I really want you all to know is that you're here to transform other people's lives, that you're being called to something greater than yourself, and your soul is calling you. And what I want to do is stop the slides. And does anybody have any questions about anything that I've covered? Anybody have any questions? I'm here. I'm here to answer your questions. Well, one of the things that Teresa's, thank you for the confidence boost. Great. I love it. And that's what it's about. And to keep working, it's difficult dealing with fear in business. Yes, it is difficult to deal with fear in business. And that's why I do what I do, because I know that you need to work through the fears, so that you can change the lives you're meant to change. And I don't take that lightly, because I just really want to share with you that, when I was in that place where I was like, what do you want from me, God? What do you want from me, spirit, soul? And all I knew, and I've had those moments before and since, and what I always come back to is that my my soul is here to help you as a practitioner to change your life so that you can change the lives of those you're meant to serve. And I really want to thank you all for coming and for being here. And Allie, please put the link to the Business Accelerator. Aw, Teresa's doing the hearts. Thank you. And I look forward to connecting with you more. And so, yay! Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And it's my pleasure. So, oh, I love you too, Marissa. Thank you. And I know I met a few of you. I just met a few of you. And some of you I hope to meet and be able to connect more. Some of you I just met, and I am excited to meet more of you, all of you. I look forward to it. And I hope you all, I'm going to stop the recording.